Hello guys, if you're watching this later, if you're watching it live, well, hello as well. I've just started the video, so I'm talking to myself, basically. That's what I'm doing. This is New World, as you can probably see. Doing some levelling, level 47 and well, not a half, not a third, not a half. Not sure what that is. A farf. Oh, look, there's some. Is that Weirdwood tree or something? I can't remember what it's called. Looks great though. I definitely won't be able to chop it at the moment. But Weirdwood tree, yeah, look at that. Nice. I need to work on my let's run around to the dungeon here. Maybe we can kick off with a dungeon. Who knows? Level 40 level group Starstone, DPS of the group depths. I think depths. I think this is a depths. Which is the next dungeon in line. I like to kind of out level the dungeons a little bit when I go in. I've done the first two dungeons twice each, and I've kind of been the healer primarily. I've faffed about with different weapons, as you can imagine. I think I think the intelligence-based weapons, like the magey weapons, are my favourites. But I just thought I would try healer for a while. Particularly as early on, it was quite difficult to get groups. But let's have a quick check on something. Yeah, it's quite difficult to get groups early on in the server's life because there were so many people, and I was playing a mage, and most people were looking for healers or tanks. Now there are not a lot of... oh, hello. The alligator seems hungry and weak. Oh. Oh, it's another depths quest. Yeah, you get quests to go into dungeons as well. Oh, okay, here's the depths. There's a mage standing here already. Mage, I mean a healer, by the looks of things. Has already got... and healer. Looking for one more tank depths. Yeah, tanks, if you're looking to play the game and you're not quite sure what to play, there do seem to be a shortage of tanks. Lots of healers there are. Lots of people using live staff, I should say, as opposed to being healers. Let's turn off global. It's garbage. Yeah, lots of people playing live staff because there were a lot of YouTubers who did videos about it being OP and stuff before the game came out. And I mean, yeah, it's very good. I've got his quest. Heal looking for group depths. So there's already a healer looking for group for the depths, and there's a group looking for a tank. Well, we'll carry on questing. Where do I need to go? Can I get where I want to go? Oh, I think this is the area where you've got the Angry Earth dudes. Can I get where I want to go by following this around? Let's have a look. Might be able to. Dodge these guys. 1200 damage. What about we go up here? Just being lazy, really. I don't want to have to go around the. Don't have to run all the way around the mountain. Oh, it looks like I'm going to have to do that anyway. Okay, well, fine. I was going to spec into tank and try tanking for a bit. It's a role that, I mean, you know, to be honest, the search chests for Philosopher's Stone. Okay. And I've also got to kill some dudes. Fair enough. Oh, 2 dudes. Okay, okay. So these dudes are dropping stuff that I need to pick up. There are these quests in there are these quests for like armor sets that I don't think I can pick that up either at the moment. No, I need to bloody 175. Holy smokes, that's a long way off. There's lol. Smoke. There are these armor quests for armor sets that weren't in the preview event or the betas that I played anyway. Yeah, so it adds something else to the game. I mean, I haven't found a set yet that works for me. There's a set that seems to be strength con, and there's a set that's dexterity. It's like what looked like it was called it's called like the weird set, WYRD, but that's got strength and con on it. I didn't quite understand what that was. Can't understand what that was all about. Well, that's not very nice. Yeah, I haven't found a mage set yet. Maybe it's just somewhere else, or oh, I hate that poison. That's horrible. Oh, for God's sake. Oh. I must confess, ever since I've got higher in level, I've kind of found the fact that the combat does feel weighty, particularly when you're using like a two-handed weapon, but I've become somewhat disillusioned. mostly with the fact that I'm hitting mobs with a big hammer, and a lot of the time this is annoying. Unless you use a special ability, there's not much. The big hammer doesn't really have the impact that you think it would have, unless you use an ability specifically that knocks them down. But the mobs seem to have tons of abilities that you just keep being staggered all the time, and it's quite frustrating. I mean, you can dodge and stuff, obviously. But, oh, these archers are so annoying. They spawn really quickly as well. What do we need to do? Search. I'm kind of wearing heavy armour, so Why is it that archers always do so much damage in a game? Like range mobs. Absolutely horrible things. Now that was the mob I just killed. Okay, I don't want to get myself into a loop of... I don't want to get myself into a loop of just fighting the same mob that just keeps spawning every few seconds. It is, isn't it? Yeah, it's very... Oh my god, you're joking, really? Yeah, it's got that like an anime kind of weapon size thing going on, isn't it? Oops. Jesus Christ. Alright, Liz. Yeah, I've tried. Like, I think with this, if you want to particularly play the sword and shield, you can. I mean, I can block, but yeah, as you say, it really. I think the idea in a situation like this is that your cooldowns are all off cooldown, and you just keep them locked in a loop. I'm not doing very well with the chests here. Where the hell are the chests? Is that a chest up there? Oh, great. Oh, come on now. Jesus Christ, this is unbelievable. Look at that, just perma staggered. You know, I mean, I'm guessing that you're not supposed to be fighting 4 mobs at once, but there you go. Holy moly. Okay. The chest. So that's kind of the ideal fight. All your cooldowns are ready. And you just... all depths group. Company depths group. Let's go and do that. If we don't die first. Yeah, it's a constant. It's just a constant. Let's get out of here, honestly. I think, yeah, I think the mob's abilities, I think, generally seem to be just cooldown based, so they just keep using them whenever they're up, essentially. Um, I do miss that tank or DPS. Oh, I'm a healer. Never been in the depths yet, so that would be interesting to do a dungeon. Yeah, sorry, Liz. Yeah, these mobs seem to have cooldowns, don't they? So they just yeah, they just use them whenever they're up. I guess fighting four mobs and they're constantly using their staggered abilities or their grit attacks, whatever they're called. I could actually just spec into DPS if I need to. Where is the storage? Always storage. Some mobs are worse than others as well. Like those Angry Earth ones seem to be particularly tanky. Like even the archers. I'm not doing as much damage as I could be because I'm healer spec. I think I can spec to DPS quickly. I think I've got my mage kit. It does cost money though. I don't mind. I was kind of thinking of going back to DPS anyway. Or mage, I should say. Well, if we're going to be running dungeon, I think we'll ice gauntlet. The good thing about it is you don't have to run to the dungeon, because once unless you're the one with the stone that needs to get in, which I've got a massive bone to pick with that, but there you go. I'll talk about that another time. What was I about to do? There's something I was about to do. Oh yeah. I don't want that. I'm carrying all this stuff around because it kind of does stuff. I don't really think that I want that. I might do actually. Don't use bows. I think going into dungeon with a full pack is not ideally. I think I'm just going to let's just drop this stuff. Let's drop the level working. There we go. What's this? That's what I was going to do. Let's get my I've only got 2 quests for the depths. That doesn't seem right. Oh, yeah, okay. Fair enough. Ah, this is the this is the dungeon with the Commander Forpin, who you fight at the beginning. He's quite hard, I think. So many achievements in the game as well. I'm a procurement officer now, apparently. Don't know if you're still there, Liz, but are you playing then? Sounds like you're playing. How are you finding it? I'm really enjoying the crafting and the gathering and stuff. The first game, I think, well, I've actually really enjoyed it, and it's like just I think because the game just makes it part of your loop. Um, it just fits in naturally with what you're doing, which I really like. What's this stuff? There are quite a few quests that require some. Well, a lot of quests that require gathering. Some quests that require crafting as well. And I think there are some like epic weapon quests when you're level 60. I think which may also require um, real life crafting. Nice. What sort of stuff have you been doing? I'm one of those people that kind of plays games, and I look at the stuff like this game. I'm kind of looking at the stuff in the game. I'm thinking, oh, it'd be quite interesting to do some um, growing some stuff, then cooking. I kind of do some cooking now and again, but like taking up a craft of some sort. Um, Weaving, nice. Yeah, that kind of thing. Do you sell the tea towels, or do you making them for a particular thing? Because I'm assuming you don't need 100 tea towels, or maybe you do. My mum is crazy on the crafting. She came over at the weekend, and she's always got free things on the go. Like she'll sit down in the morning, she's knitting something, then she makes cards. So this time of year she makes Christmas cards. She's just taken up. What's she taken up? I'm not quite sure something else she's taken up. Yeah, but she's one of those people where she's got like thousands of balls of wool, and she just buys a wool when she sees it that she likes, and it just sits around for ages. That's a shame that it's not possible to actually create something, but it's not financially viable. Um, okay, so I think one of our group guys is going to go, so I'm not quite sure what that leaves us. Um, got a healer anyway. Who else is in the group? No idea. You can't expect people and whatnot, which is a bit of a shame. One of our one of our guildies is in, who's level 60. So I don't know what. And a 56. Okay. Okay. So looks like we're going to need a replacement for our. Well, while we're doing that, let's drop that rubbish. Don't need that. Where's those boots I made? Yeah, there's the boots. Protective weird shoes. It's light footwear. It's got strength and constitution on it, and that's not a random thing, because when I went to make another set bit, yeah, I don't quite understand why that is. I also made this. Now this is quite good. The shrouded intent coat. I bet that looks really good on. And that's all got dex, which is fine if you're playing dex based. Oh, nice. That's what my mum does. She makes Christmas cards for people and stuff. And well, seeing as this is bind on pickup, I wonder what that's going to look. I wonder what that looks like. It looks pretty cool. Oh, look at that. That's proper sexy. That's the kind of thing I want for my mage, really. Yeah, some tattered old robe looking thing. That's more of a dex based. Well, it is dex based. That's a shame. Well, hopefully there's some mage stuff out there somewhere. I think one of our guys has gone link dead as well. I don't want to hang around here too long. Got a couple, 1, 2, 3. I still got to go back and do that, those quests. I'm going to carry on questing, I think. Looks like one of our guys has gone link dead as well, level 60 bloke, so. Let's get these quests done. Sorry, Warden. Not at the moment. Aggro is quite a strange thing in the game as well. The aggro range of mobs goes down as you get higher level than them, which is quite good. But some mobs are like Spider-Man. Like these ones, for example. Cool. Some kind of odd aim thing going on there as well, so... Right, let's try and knock this out, these quests quickly. What have we got? It was that one, and one of them was that one. Oh, I've still got that thing. Oh dear. Jesus. Aim me straight at it. Okay, well that went well. Okay, let's put the hammer back on. It's amazing how much different stats make. Like full int, my ice gauntlet ticks for 100 and well over 100 on that ice storm ability. Can't pass up the hemp. Oh, well, even so, they seem to be much better at dealing with those the archers anyway. Oh, this is a horrible area. Absolutely horrible. Mobs falling far too fast. Okay. 2 more chests. Oh, missed it. I know these mobs are weak to fire, but I don't have an amber gem in my fire staff. Although I could just bung one of those in. Okay. One more chest then. Where are we? staggering. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Hey, hey, hey. Is this all the same area? I don't think it is. Where the hell is the chest? Jesus. Where's this guy come from? Right, so there is a chest there, but I've opened it. Right. Okay, so the chest there, but we've done that one. Chest there, we've done that one as well. Surely we haven't done all these chests. The leashing is pretty ridiculous as well. I think at some point there's a whole zone with these mobs. That's going to be incredibly fun. Maybe I'll just spec back to Mage for that. Well, I don't know what chest it is that we haven't picked up then. There's like 3 or 4 outside. I think the safely say that I'll never come here to do a quest again. This is literally the worst place thing I've ever found in the game. These mobs are just stupid. Where's the chest? Must be a little hidden chest somewhere. Please. Jesus. Wow. So some of these locations, you need 6 chests. There are literally just 6 chests, and you don't know the location of them all, and you get a tricky one. There's still something chasing me around. It's just... Okay, I think it's time for us to just move on. We'll just cancel this quest when we get back. So you've seen on video, you've seen literally the worst time I've had in the game so far. It's been incredibly enjoyable up until now, but those mobs are just ridiculous. Not fun at all. Any quests involving them, I will, if I can avoid them, I will. If not, then we'll just get through them as quickly as we can. We're not really spec for damage, and I think those things you kind of need to. I still can't mine star metal. I think you need to just burn them down, basically, but... Oh, then we get rewarded with a lovely, lovely view like that. Let's see, my points. What have I got? I've got fire staff point. So that might be quite good. Fireball. I think we'll fireball. Got a life staff one as well. Yeah, I've done. There's the dungeons. There's well, they call them expeditions. There's, I'm not sure how many expeditions there are, but they kind of go in level order. So you get one. Unfortunately, one of the things I think where they've dropped the ball is you don't have. It's not like EverQuest where you just have dungeons you can pop into to faff about and do what you want. You need one of these tuning orbs to open a dungeon. To get into, actually, I should call it an expedition, shouldn't I? To get into the expedition, you need at least 3 people. Yeah, so you can't just pop in. You can't just go into a dungeon and do stuff, which I think is a bit of a missed opportunity. Maybe because they just didn't have that kind of dungeon content available. You just got these special expeditions. Yeah, but I've done the first 2 twice. Yeah, I mean the main storyline. You basically need to go through the dungeons. It's always a phone call. Get that in a minute. Yeah, the main dungeons. You let me just kill these dudes. Yeah, the main dungeons are tied to the dungeons are tied to the main quest. they're instanced, yeah, and they're tied to the main quest. So yeah, you need to do every one at least once. I think it looks like at the moment. Okay, what's this quest? Where the boars roam. Okay, let's go and have a look. Yeah, instanced expeditions. I think probably they just didn't have. I think they're trying to fit it in with the theme of the game, from like being expeditions. But I don't know if they just didn't have enough content available. But it just feels like a bit of a drop ball, you know, kind of gating off all of the dungeons. Maybe they'll have some other stuff that comes out at some point. Yeah, but I mean, it was fairly easy to get groups because there were so many people on, but the servers really quietened down. All the servers are quietened down. There's still groups going. I mean, there's still people here looking for groups. I need to do the depths next, but they want a tank. If I see a healer required for the depths, I might go and do it. But they're pretty fun. The architecture look really good. There's not a huge amount of, what I would say, kind of tactical gameplay. Again, like comparing it to EverQuest, it's just not that sort of game. Combat is very led by PvP, as you would imagine. It was a PvP game initially, and although they've it's this place. This is some crazy place at the moment where they probably won't. This is some exploit place at the moment where people can where these boars just keep spawning. At least I'm getting kills, kind of. Apparently you can just max out your skinning here, which I should probably do, actually. Why is my bloke just standing still? Oh, this is going well. Oh, there's a big dude. I'm surprised I haven't patched this out yet. It's a bit bizarre. I've done that. Okay. Oh, I've got a... So... I don't know. Like, should I just skin them? Is that a bad etiquette? You could sit here all day just skinning boars, couldn't you? I guess people are not really skinning though. So I guess they're, what are they doing? Are they just maybe it's a way just to get into a group and you just get quick weapon XP. Weird. Stop aggro me, you swine. Hey, Marks. Thanks, mate. I'll get back to P99 at some point. Yeah, I can definitely see how the game's not for everyone. I enjoy running around the world just doing the stuff, right? You know, more than the combat and whatnot in this game. It's kind of like the world that's got me hooked, really. More than anything. Oh, have I not finished that quest yet? Number 3. Defeat Tuskor. Oh, whatever. So I need to kill that Tuskor bloke. But, there's a guy just standing on the thing there shooting arrows. It's a strange way of playing a game. I guess people just want to get their stuff up to full as quickly as possible, don't they? So, oh, there's Tuskor. Oh, great. Nope, didn't get the kill there. I didn't get it. I think you need to do like 10% damage to get credit for the kill or something. I don't know. Guy there keeps saying invite, but I think it's basically already a full group. I think the big one spawned around here somewhere. If I can just get a couple of good shots on him before he gets butchered. Oh, there he is. Oh, where are you going? Oh, Jesus Christ. No. Okay, so this might be another quest that I can't do. I actually have to defeat him. There's some really strange there is some really strange stuff in the game, kind of like this. So there are areas where mobs spawn just stupidly fast. And then there are kind of areas where mobs just spawn at a normal rate. It feels like normal MMO rate. Then you've got these kind of like elite mobs that you have to kill, and some of them there was a couple who just kept spawning as soon as you killed it. Oh, I've got no chance here. Nope. And then there are some where there's one where you basically have to skin it for a quest. This is like a not a main quest, but it's like quite a big side quest. So you kind of want to do it. There's this alligator you have to skin. You have to kill it and skin it to complete the quest. And there's just people, and it takes 20, 30 minutes to spawn, and there's just a group of people just standing around. As soon as it spawns, they kill it, and then they argue over trying to skin it first. Yeah, it's weird that that sort of stuff's in the game, and I think it's probably like a hangover from when the game was PvP only. Because I can kind of understand it in a PvP only game, you know, where you're kind of competing for the mob and stuff, but none of these people were PvPing. They're all standing around PvEing. They just wanted to kill the alligator and, you know. Yeah. And a couple of times at those places, I've kind of started groups, because you say to people, look, why are you all standing around on your own? If you get in a group, you know, you're more likely to do them more damage and get the kill. But yeah, some people just didn't want to get in a group. I really don't think that. Oh, jeez. I do feel there's also like an attitude problem, like an etiquette problem. Like if it was me, like I'd be saying, well, look, hang on a minute, who needs to kill the main mob for a quest? You know, or whatever. Or who needs the quest? To get in the group, or we'll kill the mob, and then you get your quest done. Let's actually see what happens. These people seem to be levelling up as well. Yeah, well, I think in a game like this, I don't know. This area is unusual because for some reason they're just letting the mob spawn. And I'm surprised they haven't. Yeah, I just can't. I mean, I did damage there, but I just can't get the kill. Some of these people standing up here must be cheating as well. Like someone just said that someone's scripting. Well. Yes, I'm going to say it. This is modern MMO gaming right here. Just terrible. It's just terrible etiquette, I find. Just all round, really. I mean, you even say that I just want to kill this mob so I can do a quest. The mob spawns and everyone just slaughters it in 2 seconds. You know, just... And I've seen quite a lot of this in game. There's people are so caught up and obsessed with just getting their levels, whatever it is they're doing, that they just can't take a few seconds out just to, you know. Someone's saying group. Well, group with who? Who's are there empty groups? I think they are. Some of them responded to it, but they're just not. They're just so. They just can't. All a mob. You know, it's just like literally they're killing thousands of these things, and they can't just leave one up just so someone can complete the quest. Bizarre. Got it. Holy smokes. Okay, well, we're not doing that one. Let's get out of here. Now that was getting... I don't often get salty in games, but that was getting me salty. That is just like... What is wrong with you, you morons? Right, okay, well I think I'm not sure if you... Rest Ashore is not a great questing place, actually. So maybe maybe we'll go and try Morningdale in a sec. But if you're... that's where my next quests are. Yeah, but if you've got an option, 41 to 46, 51 to 60, that goes up to 40, that's 58 to 60. Yeah. They're not a huge amount of quests here. It's not a great place running around, though. There's quite a lot of... it's quite mountainous and there's a lot of water as well, so you find yourself kind of having to go around things to get to where you want to go and whatnot. But I do want to... My goal so far has been to complete all the quests in an area. In all the areas.
So you went out. Damn it.
Oh.
I was afraid you'd say that.
Oh, she's got another quest.
All right. That's the nothing.
Yeah,
we
whatever.
know, but maybe you should check it out.
I think I can do those quickly while we're here, maybe. Phew, I had to take a couple of deep breaths there. Was that me? Was that just me? Was I being a dick there? Or was it just like, you know, can I just do a quest, please? It's like, I was thinking, is this my problem? Anyway.
Ah, the deed is done.
Okay. I've got a little list here of quests. When you go to your faction leader, your faction representative, they give you quests to do to increase your faction rating, and then you can then buy faction equipment. That's quite good.
It so inspires me to discourse with one of our own. To what do I owe?
Okay, so we won't be doing any more of those Fornax ones, that's for sure. Angry Earth, no. Each protective mask. Ocean View Post. Yeah, so you get faction reputation. And the reputation means you unlock levels. So you can then use points, use faction points and gold, I should add, to buy equipment. The last Kabbalist is my next one, which I can probably unlock, but I need to increase my... I need to max the faction to 4. Right, so we've just been given another quest, haven't we, here? To kill pirates there. That's okay. We can fast travel, go across, get that done. What's she got?
It so inspires me to discourse with one of our own. To what do I owe this auspicious meeting?
Channel View Post.
It so
Let's take this
inspires
one.
me
Let's
to
just
discourse
look.
with one
Procure
of our
Ocean
own.
View Post. Let's take that one.
What do I owe this auspicious meeting?
Kill a few links as well. Normally you only need to kill 2 or 3 to do that. Let's see if I can do those two town board quests. Some coarse leather, which I think I can make. I did do a leveling guide, town board leveling guide actually. I just haven't rendered or anything yet. Where's the tanning? Down there. Yeah, Rest Ashore town is not very well laid out for... I dropped all that rawhide earlier. So actually, no. What I think I've been getting thick hide. Okay, so I haven't got any raw hide to complete those quests. So I'll just try and get some when I'm out. Yes, some of the towns are laid out really well for doing the town project board quest, but this one requires a bit more running around. I think my storage here is quite full. Yeah. Loads of materials for crafting here, which I need to get at doing at some point. Okay. Right, so what have we got? Let's see if we can finish up the quest in this area. That's quite good. So there's one there, one there, one there. Okay, so we'll fast travel there, go over there, run back here. And then we can fast travel back to town. Yeah, this is what I enjoy. It's just the ooh, hello. I enjoy the running around from quest to quest and just gathering stuff. Don't know why, but I've become so obsessed with gathering. I've never been like it before. I think just 'cause the game just makes it easy. You know, it doesn't. I said this before about crafting in MMOs, but it doesn't feel like a job. And it's a great game to look at as well as you're running around. I passed this camp before, but I haven't had a quest there yet. There's some people there though. Maybe they're just It's interesting watching chat as well, like with regards to expedition groups. So people kind of won't, people won't start a group. A lot of people won't start a group themselves. I think that's quite a reflection of real life. Actually, I'm probably a bit like that, where people want to go to work and just do their work, and be told what to do, but without too much of the responsibility. And you'll get like, yeah, it's so funny because someone mentioned it earlier yesterday, and I was looking. Someone mentioned it in the chat. There was literally a perfect group, all looking for a group for the same dungeon, but none of them would like make that final step and create the group. And someone said, "Look, you're a group. You all want the same dungeon. Why don't you just create a group?" But no one would kind of do the creating. You know, it's quite interesting psychological thing. We kind of want someone else to make that, to take the responsibility rather than I think I might see what stuff I've got and respec to my mage. I much prefer that sort of gameplay. It's not amazing, as I said before. You know, the combat is dictated by PvP. Really, you can't have. It seems quite difficult to like have a like quite a deep and tactical PvE system incorporated in PvP unless you kind of have different skill trees. I know that we've got PV. You know, P99's got a red server, and I'm sure people love it. But I don't think EverQuest is very well known for its PvP, particularly. Yeah, this is very much tied to PvP, the PvE combat, all of the there's no really hard. I'm just getting thick hides here. I'm going to have to go and farm somewhere else. There's no really hard like CC, for example. It all wears off very, very quickly. Oh, that's handy. Sometimes the links you have to know where they spawn, but I remember this quest. They're just links have just taken over the asylum, as it were. It wants to skin them as well. Only thick hides. So after a certain level of mob, it must be level 40 plus maybe, you only get the thick hides. I'm not sure if anyone else has the same, but I'm terrible for remembering to eat food. I don't look at my health bar as often as I should as well. That's it. That's a little chest down here. Yep. Sorry, Mr. Lynx. I'd happily take the chest without killing you, but I don't think you'd allow that. Okay, so someone needs help with a quest that I need to do as well, but that's on the other side of the world. That's going to cost me a lot of Azoth to get there. I'll have to leave that. It's this quest over here. Botswain Benjamin. And I'm right over here. Yes, there's a DPS there that's been looking for a group for the depths for quite some time now. I'm not sure if no one's running it. I think I've already said this. When the game was first few days, people were looking for healers and tanks, but I've noticed people looking for DPS now as well for groups. I'm not sure if everyone decided to spec to tank or healing because everyone needed them. And there was a dearth of DPS. Dearth, is that the right word? I think so. Can't remember if dearth means lots or not many. Just thinking about that guy back there on standing on the tent. I always wonder how that script stuff works. I still can't mine star metal. Look, need to grind up to 100. I still wonder how it works. I'm assuming he's got something set up so that he casts. I think he was casting his area effect spell every. I guess it's just as soon as it cools down. Considering someone said he'd been there for a day though. Can't have been getting. He was only level, he was level 50 something. I don't know when he started, but he couldn't have been getting many of the credits for the damage because I thought he would have been max level by now. Okay, so this is an interesting little section. I've been over here. Oh, I must have been over here before. Yeah, full damnation. I wonder if that will become. There's two things that I think might be a problem with the game, and it's to do with population. Because I was in this particular town here. Is it another achievement? Yeah. In this particular town here, whichever company's running the town, they're not doing a particularly. Oh, a little note right next to some ore that someone's mined. They're not doing a particularly good job of the upkeep, which means that the town just kind of falls into rack and ruin. And someone else, the only way that it will improve, if someone just if a company abandons the town, is if the other faction, a company from the other faction, takes it on. If there's enough of them, but the population has really dropped a lot over the last week or so. I wonder if abandoned towns may cause a problem in the future if there's not enough companies playing and enough people to keep them going. Because all of the crafting's linked to that. If companies are not running towns properly and upgrading stuff, you can't craft stuff. Also groups as well though. Like that's painful. There was someone there who was a person there looking for heal, tank and DPS to do a dungeon. That's painful. That is, particularly if you want to further the main quest and you just can't because you can't find the people to do it. What I might do at 60 is just go into groups for any dungeon level just to help people get through it. That might be quite good, particularly if I'm still a healer. That might be quite an interesting thing to do. Keep things ticking over. Yeah, because you will get, the main quests are kind of locked behind. I know, I apologise, I said to someone before that you can do everything on, someone said can you do all the stuff in the game on your own, and you can for the most part, but the main quest is gated behind the expeditions. It's not hard to get groups. You just say looking for group, generally you'll be okay. I guess it's time of day. So what do we need to do here? Okay, so I need a Western runestone. Look at that. That is a massive issue with the combat. I know I should be playing it like Dark Souls, I guess, but it's quite annoying to just keep getting staggered. Ocean, Vanquish Lost Pirates. Oh, no, not this one. Sorry, lady. Undead lady. I'm at the wrong spot. Interesting, like what the landscape. I mean, I don't really. I mean, apart from the games that we already know about, I'm not really sure if there are any. Well, like talking about the MMO market, particularly. Apart from what we know about, I mean, this game kind of came out of the blue for me a little bit, really. I wonder if some people will be looking at this and taking on some of the features of the game. I think the PvP has been surprisingly popular. I think managing a town and managing like the war between the factions. If you're a guild leader, I know that I've heard that some guild leaders have kind of got a bit, yeah, kind of worn out of it all. It's quite a chore. Hang on, am I in the right place? Yeah, so like, this guy's just staggering me with standard attacks. Whereas my massive hammer, standard attack. I mean, I loved my time so far at Mortal Online 2. I think the thing with it is, though, it is quite, like, for me anyway, I guess because I'm not really playing it for the PvP, is that it's quite an exhausting game, you know, because you go out and there's always that kind of edginess that I liked when I was younger, you know, and I played Ultima Online, but I'm not so much now as an older bloke. Oh, what is that guy doing? Is he? Jeez. Thanks, mate. Knobhead. Jesus Christ. I should have made a camp. I suppose you don't expect someone to come running around. Yeah, I think I remember this place. I think this is a place where another place where people run around, hoover up all the mobs, and then kill them. I have to say, I'm not sure if it's just some weird thing, but typically because I'm recording, like today has been the worst day I've had in the game so far for that kind of thing. Literally, I'd say literally so far it's been the only day. I don't think I've had any problems like this so far. Or maybe they're not problems, maybe it's just me, I don't know. I think I might play some P99 tomorrow. Just to have a break. I keep meaning to get back into it again. Yeah, but Mortal Online 2's got the most amazing. It's got even better than this. I mean, it's not. If they populated the game with stuff that like this, so like you know, harvestables and all that kind of stuff. I mean, the world looks amazing. It's amazing to explore. It's just at the moment, it's just very empty. But yeah, the whole PvP thing, I'm just a bit. You know, you can. I mean, what I would do just to make my losses negligible was if I left town. When I left town, I just went out with just the basics that I needed, essentially, and that worked fine for me. Yeah, but it's an amazing game to explore. I'm not sure how true it is. Is that when I was playing it, I got a couple of comments on videos saying, "Oh, Bob, I can't believe you're, you know, promoting this game," which I wasn't. I'm just playing it, you know, because they had some beef with the devs. I don't know if Mortal Online 1 didn't turn out how people wanted it to or whatever. I'm not sure what the history is of it, but yeah, I enjoyed it. I can only talk for you know, for what I played, and I really liked it. But I'm not sure long term the PvP thing that might, you know. Nice, Nate. I've really loved it. Yeah, I mean, today it's been a bit. I guess these are the noobs over here doing the thing, are they? Idiots. I mean, at the very least, I would have said, yeah, so there's some guy running around picking up all the mobs. At the very least, you'd think, oh, sorry, mate, like, I will come and, you know, pick you up or whatever. But no. Sorry, Snake, I got thingy there. Yes, I mean, up until now, I've really enjoyed the game, but I can't really say a lot for the questing and stuff. It's pretty monotonous. The combat is quite simplistic. There's the runestone. Yeah, so look at these guys, look. It's funny, there's just certain players who are obsessed with doing stuff. Yeah, in just, I don't know. It's a bit like the power leveling thing in, like Druid power leveling in P99. I mean, it's fine, but at least have a little bit of empathy for other players around you. You know, I mean. Maybe I'm just not with the times. Is this what it's like in more modern MMOs? I mean, this is really the first one I've played since, wow, like back in 2002 or whatever it was. I mean, for those two noobs there, it was almost like, oh, this guy's killing a mob. No way. I mean, it wasn't not enough that their mate was pulling like 100 of them around. I'm in such a foul mood today. This game has put me in a real foul mood, which it hasn't done up until now. Maybe it's just it's just me. It's quite funny though as well. Oh my god. Oh, lost my heal there. Don't know what happened. Jesus. I think we're dead here. Oh, it's those staggers. Oh, jeez. Give up. Okay. Mood's definitely, yeah. This this game has put me in a bad mood this morning. I need to stop doing that sort of stuff and just run around and pick herbs, I think. I didn't even do my quest, did I? No. Okay. Last time. This is the last time. I think I'm going to play P99 tomorrow, actually. I keep meaning to start something again. It's probably not what people want to hear, who want that sort of stuff, but literally for years now I've been thinking about just starting a character on P99 that I just play, that I don't do any recording with, because yeah, I kind of find that P99 has become I've said this before, I'm sure I'll just repeat myself again, but P99 has become quite like symbiotic, kind of intertwined with YouTube. Like I've kind of reached a point once where if I was playing P99, I felt like I should be making videos for whatever reason. I don't feel like that so much now, not as much as I used to. But whenever I think about starting a new character, and I think, oh, okay, hang on a minute, I won't start it today because I should probably do a video of it. And I don't feel like doing a video today, and then I kind of don't start. But I always wonder what it'd be like just to play anonymously, because I've never done that on EverQuest, really, on P99. TACP I played more recently. My guys are level 56 and they're in the depths of the hole at the moment. Yeah, I'm not sure about yourself. I guess everyone kind of goes through it who plays on both, but I do feel quite conflicted about P99 TACP thing. There are things I like about both of them. But I do kind of struggle to get invested in my characters because there's 3 of them. I just feel, I just find it harder to get invested as opposed to playing. I think that's the biggest thing on. So I just need chests here. Let's just see if I can get these chests done. That's the biggest thing I think about playing on P99 is that I do feel more invested in the character because there's just one. I'm not sure if that's a common thing. So I actually still need to open 3 more chests here. So let's try and concentrate on that and not die this time. Oh, there's a chest. A lot of mobs here. I guess that's why why it's popular. Yeah, the staggering is crazy. I just don't get that at all. Aren't people funny? Like they couldn't deal with the fact that like normally one of them would run around and just get everything together, but they couldn't cope with the fact that I was killing some mobs, so they had to come over and get involved. People's weird, psychologically weird, some people. Yeah, I like both. I mean, I do enjoy the trio thing. Definitely, it's not. It's not that I don't enjoy it. And I feel that I can achieve more with it. But I have had trouble connecting with the characters. Not completely, but a bit. Guys are so weird. So weird. How many chests have we got? I need one more chest. I'm not even here for the XP. I just wanted to get... I think that last chest is round the corner where there are a load of mobs. Which I should be able to deal with easily, really. I'm just not. Let's go and do it while these... Well, they spawn fast. I guess that's the... Oh, Jesus. Here we go again. I just want the chest, guys. Just let me take the chest. Oh, I got that one. Maybe it's up there. Those guys must think I'm being a massive dick. You're taking their mobs. All I want is a chest. I don't think this guy's competing with us. Oh, is that a named dude? No. Jesus. Okay. This is not going very well. And I didn't make a camp again. I think what's happened here, I think with the boar camp and that camp, I think... Because this is it's the first time this has happened since I've been playing. So I think what's happened is I think I've hit on a couple of camps that people are using that are notorious for power leveling, and people are using them. It's also another weird thing as well, like the discrepancy in the spawns. I don't know why these mobs are spawning so much quicker than you get in other areas. Yeah, but let's do it again, shall we? Sorry, Snake. I bet you're thinking, if you're still watching these, you're probably thinking this game's rubbish. I will confess it hasn't gone very well this morning. But hopefully I'll move on to a new area in a sec. Because I think we're mostly done with quests here. Let's grab some... That's the thing as well, isn't it? When you get frustrated, you then start making newbie mistakes. Like, why I haven't made a camp, I've got no idea. I even saw those guys with their camp on the beach, just kicking back. And I still didn't make a camp. These this stuff, these corruption things are a thing as well. This is part of the game. I wonder if the corruption stuff kind of it pops up and you get more and more of it. I wonder if because what there was quite a lot of in the chat for the first week of the game was people people saying like they're doing a corruption train, so they're running around the zone clearing the corruption. But there's not a lot of that going on. I wonder. Now there's not much of that going on. Okay. If the corruption will increase, so you're running around zones where there's loads of corruption. Okay. Let's find this last chest. If you guys just want to run around, just take... Oh, there's one. Okay. I think we're out of here. Or not. Hang on. Oh, I'm in the wrong spot. Okay. Are you a P99 or a TAC P, Mooksy, or are you all of them? These guys still here? Right, so I reckon our last chest might be up there. Maybe there's one in a tent. Let's get up here while it's clear. Chest! Yes! We made it. Oh, okay. Well, what did you like about EverQuest? Anything particularly? Oops. Jeez. I'm discovering today that when this game is good, it's really good, but the bad bits are really bad. Like the stuff that really is really annoying is really annoying. Yeah, playing Attack P as a little group is really interesting. Certain things a bit harder. Like I haven't really charmed on my enchanter at all, just because it's quite. Your input into the game. There's quite a lot of input, and that having that charm break is just slightly pushes it over the edge. What is this quest? Oh, it's the depths one. Okay. Oh yeah, good to compare, particularly like if you're a Camelot player. I did load up the Jesus, my ass off. Holy smokes. I did load up I'm not sure what it's called, but I loaded up that Dark Age Camelot emulated server that I played a while back recently. And mucked about on that a bit. Yeah, nothing has done combat like EverQuest, like classic EverQuest. Like there's some RNG involved, definitely, but just the mechanics and the strategy involved. I like the fact that stuff wasn't gated. And what I mean by that, obviously there are some like high level dungeons that were gated. But what I mean was that they didn't gate content. They didn't look at what people were doing like on their own, for example, and say let's put a stop to that. You know, that's just like let's nerf the crap out of that. I know they did some nerfs and stuff, and particularly when the game first came out, people were always moaning about nerfing and whatnot. But I like the fact they kept the mechanics in, so like a skilled enchanter could just do some crazy stuff. Still didn't get any rawhide. Oh, I love the misty nighttime atmosphere in the town here. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, World of Warcraft was the same. It kind of took EverQuest and really dumbed down the combat. But yeah, just the tactics and things you can do. The different options and tools that that were available to you to do things in that game. I don't think any game has come anywhere close to that. I don't think since Pantheon doesn't really look like it's going to do it either. So right, please let this be the last quest so we can move on.
Thank the stars you're back.
No. Where do you want us to go now? I've just come from the north.
We've got trouble. Launch a frontal attack on Fort Damnation? Are you out of your mind? Wait, don't I'm probably one of the most dangerous fleet commanders of all history.
Okay. This was where the noobs were fighting. All Damnation. I think this might be an elite area. Oh, maybe not. When I think of classes like the Enchanter and the Bard, even like Necromancer to a certain extent and stuff, I don't think it hasn't been anything like those classes since then. Yeah, you're right, Liz. I know Shroud was one for you particularly that I think that you felt that, right? Okay, this looks like the final quest. And I've got my OCD cannot cope with moving on. Do you want to see some different gameplay? Shall I'll respec because I'm not sure how much I'm enjoying this. Chucking healing on the ground and then just smacking things. Yeah, I mean, it looks to me that it looks to me though it's only the slower paced combat that they've got. I mean, I'm not sure if it's something in one thing I thought of that made like dungeons, like when you went into Guck, so dangerous and exciting was mobs running away. I don't think, maybe I've missed it, but I don't think I've seen any mobs running away when they get low health, like a a froggy running, legging it when he gets to a certain point, and you're desperate to uh, stop that mob. It keeps resisting root and blah blah, and it's running, and you're panicking. Didn't seem to have any of that from what I could see. Pantheon has drifted away from what it was. There's no doubt. Like all the fanboys kind of keep saying, "Oh, it's what it's always supposed to be." But looking at some old interviews with Brad, I think he was definitely going for a particular thing, and it feels different now to what it was, which is fine. That's what they want to do. Right, how is my so my in recall is almost cooled down, which is quite good. I've got to go and turn in a couple more quests. Again, maybe it's just not implemented yet. I think Pantheon to me still seems some years away from a proper release. And maybe it's not implemented yet. But I also haven't really seen any of those clever mechanics. I mean, there's an enchanter, but I haven't really seen them show them do anything clever. Or I guess there must be like crowd control in the game, and charming and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I was hoping that Pantheon was basically EverQuest Classic, but different world, different lore, better graphics. But like all the ability bars with all the cooldowns and stuff, and I think the fact that you can't use, if you upgrade your spells or whatever, you can't use old lower level ones, and the fact mobs don't run away, and I don't know, maybe all this stuff is going to be shown at some point, but I'll still play it, and I'm sure I'll enjoy it, but yeah, not what I was expecting in the end, I don't think. Okay. I bought a house, but I haven't furnished it yet. I need to make some stuff. But we won't do that now. That's what I like about this and Mortal Online 2. Actually, is the worlds. I think these two games have definitely upped the ante with regards to how the world feels. Yeah, but obviously it doesn't have that EverQuest combat-y stuff going on. Slightly better ring there. I always thought they'd made a mistake by having by not having skill caps like for each chapter, and I think they've just well, as the saying goes, created a rod for their own back now. I think because XP gain, no matter what they do, is completely out of control. You know, you only seen like when I run around. I mean, I actually logged in the other day, and you just see the same names over and over again. They've all got 50 million GMs, you know, in stuff. And I only logged in because I enjoy the taming. But I think part of this skill problem is they keep making things harder and harder. Because the only people playing have got all of this experience, and so I went to tame some new tames that they've got, and I couldn't tame them. They were they were too high, and like my taming tree is like a lot of the skills are like 120, 130, and I couldn't tame them. Even knocking the mobs down to like 10% health, I had less than a 1% chance to tame it, and that's what they've created. They've created this game where every new content release has to be this crazy hard thing. And actually, and I thought to myself, well, I still want to do it because that's the only thing I like about the game. So I went and worked how much experience I would need to give myself a chance of being able to tame the new animals, and it was like tens, hundreds of millions. And I thought, well, I actually uninstalled it, and that's probably the last time I'll log in because they've just created this thing now where, yeah, unless you're willing to grind hundreds of millions of XP at a grind spot, yeah, your character progression just stalls, and it's just not worth the. So there's some weird something I've come across. Not weird, but something that I'm definitely finding is that I got a couple of really nice bags that increase my encumbrance to 700, but it means that I'm starting to carry more, and what that means is that for fast travelling, you use up more Azoth, a lot more Azoth, because I'm encumbered. I might do at some point. Yeah, I did. I mean, I can't. I think you could still. I mean, I think when like Velius came out, for example, though, people, you know, people who had reached 60 could still go to Velius and compete. I don't know what it was like for the later expansions. I only really played up to Velius, so I don't know if that was something that happened later on. But yeah, it was to log into Shroud and find that I couldn't do something without taking however long it would be to grind the hundreds of millions of XP. Really just to tame a couple of animals. Really, I mean, it was. I'm not quite sure why they made the tame level so high, because they're not that much stronger than the current kind of max level animal. So okay, I didn't really go that far. I like the little classic bubble because I think that you got 50 is your max for the first expansion. We'll give you some extra levels for the next expansion. And the next expansion, 60s, you're still good. Even like in your 50s, you're still good. You can do some stuff. But we just give you new toys to get. You know, I quite like that. Lutlin seems okay as well. I think the power gauge is really turned up on the items. I know some items from P99 that are sell there for tens of thousands are not. Uh, do you think, Bob, though, was it the raiding or was it the people? Do you think? Because I don't mind like the I don't mind if you handed me a thesis on raiding and I read it, I'd think, yeah, I like the sounds of that. Unfortunately, the reality is just very different, and I just don't know if it's because of the people. I remember I was in my first guild in EverQuest, and I first heard about DKP, and I couldn't quite believe it. I was perplexed that someone had come up with a system, and I was like, well, look, if you're a shaman, you turn up for a raid, and a shaman bit drops, all the shamans just roll, don't they? No, you know. And I guess as things went on, maybe there needed to be a bit more control over that kind of thing, but yeah, I think if you, as I said, I think if you gave me a paper on raiding, I'd be go, oh, this sounds great. If it like pre EQ, but I don't know if it's just the people that make it something that it doesn't need to be, you know. And I think the other thing as well is that once you get a DKP thing, I think the problem with, you see it a lot, and you see, I've seen it. I haven't been in many guilds on P99, but I've seen it. You know, you're watching guild chat, and you can tell that there are these cliques, however it's pronounced, and you can tell there's some people who are kind of a bit annoyed with this stuff going on, and there's passive aggressive messages in chat, but because they're not friends with whoever, they can't really say too much, you know. And it's like, so you either put up with it to get your loot, or you don't, you know. So you think it's the game design of raiding essentially that's a problem, rather than the people, players? I'm not all players. I'm not tarring everyone with the same brush. And I have great respect for kind of like guild leaders, although not all of them turn out to be that great. You know, to want to manage and organise and get things going. But yeah, I saw a lot of that. I watched quite a few. Yeah, definitely. Like a little group somewhere in a dungeon getting a drop feels much better. Definitely agree with that. Yeah, I suppose mechanically raiding did become a bit weird. I remember watching some of Level One's videos when he was doing some Velious raiding, like dragons and stuff, and everyone was round a corner facing a wall, and that seemed to be it. Yeah, so most people were facing a wall. um, uh, yeah, that's not a great mechanic to have to do that. Yeah, that completely destroys the fun, doesn't it? You want to experience it. You don't want to be staring at a wall. But if they put a mechanic in like Dragon Fear that will, was it Dragon Fear or something, that will basically wipe the raid, I guess people just, you know, that's the only way they want to do it. You know, it's. That was a nice little run. Nice foggy, misty kind of pirate themed run that was. I got used to fast travelling. I think you see it to this day, though. I think it just seems to be really, really hard to create encounters that are interesting, but are also challenging. It's like when those dudes are sitting there creating Velious content, and you know, I'm not sure what the place is where all the dragons are, but let's put this mechanic in, which means that all the players might suddenly just run away if their resists are not high enough, and even if they are, they might still run away. Yeah. But again, looking at it, is there a more modern game that's done it any better? Not really. I mean, I don't think the early World of Warcraft raids were any better particularly. I think on WoW Classic it just seemed to be more just a DPS race. Yeah, it must be really difficult to design that though. Where you keep it interesting and it's challenging, but it's balanced just right. Right, okay. Oh, look at this. This is nice. Oh, look at that. Ooh. Aha. A ship wedged between two rocks. That's awesome. Oh, there's a alligator called Chompy down there. Bloke. I think we'll avoid Chompy. Alligators are a pain in the arse to fight at the best of times. So what am I doing here? Defeat Admiral Reese. Okay. So how far does Chompy go? What's the aggro range like here? Horrible. He's probably going to be up there, isn't he? Okey-doke. Oh look, yeah, this looks pretty decent. Where's my... So the Admiral, he's got to be up on the boat, isn't he? I like the old spear actually that old Mondo here is using. Love the animations, nice, very graceful weapon. Is it EverQuest you're talking about, Liz? let Mondo go first. He's going to hit everything anyway. And that's just how it goes. Maybe I can probably just keep him healed, maybe. I don't know. Oh, God's sake, what are you attacking me for? Literally getting attacked by him and throwing bombs at me. Oh, Grieg's End, yeah, my guild in on TAC-P are talking about that a lot. Oops, although I think they're gearing up for Planes of Power stuff now. Oh, that wasn't very good. Ah, I like Mondo, he's good. Do you want to group up for this? It's very difficult, really, to see if people want to group up or not, but invite to group. Cool. Is that him? Oh, there he is. Oh, what a terrible group member. I'm not sure what the answer is, but I guess try and play the game a bit more like Dark Souls. Is that what it's supposed to be? But yeah, constantly getting knocked back is incredibly horrible. I was amazed at how cheap stuff was on I think I've got a bit of lag. I'm amazed at how cheap stuff was on TAC-P. Like so like Torpor is just a few thousand gold. I think like 3 to 5 maybe. I was surprised because it's like a one-shot thing, like a spell. I mean, I don't know if shamans get better spells than that, maybe. I was surprised it was so much cheaper than P99. But then I do find that P99 is a bit of a swizzle. It's a bit like Amazon. No, not Amazon. I kind of feel that there are people who serves their purpose to keep prices up to a certain level when there maybe isn't really the need. But yeah, I was quite surprised at how things like Torpor, how cheap Torpor was on TAC-P. Get that easy. That's a good screenshot. Oh. My hammer is now as high as my life staff. I only started using it yesterday. It just shows you can level up weapons fairly quickly to a reasonable level if you What am I doing here? Oh, hello. Oh, it's you, is it? Yeah, same. I was thinking, oh, bloody hell, literally could buy 20 torpors on TAC P for the price of one on P99, I think. As I said before, though, I definitely think there's a thing on P99 where I'm not sure that there's some stuff really needs to be that expensive. Particularly not like consider how long Blue's been going. I think there's just I think it just serves a purpose for certain people who have got all the stuff. Because people with all the stuff always want more of the stuff. That's... Oh, that's a shame, Liz. But the customer service is another thing on games that, yeah, leaves a lot to be desired for sure. I was thinking again. I was kind of when I was playing this, when I was doing this earlier on, some of the stuff that was going on this morning. I was kind of thinking about Pantheon again, and I wonder how they're going to deal with customer service issues. That'll be a big thing, I think, for them. Having no instances and dealing with camp disputes and training and kill stealing and all that kind of stuff. I do wonder how they're going to deal with that. It's more from a financial aspect, really. I mean, it'll be a huge cost, huge customer service cost to deal with, particularly if the game, if people, you know, when it does come out, if people are still that interested, if it does get swamped early on with lots of players. Interesting to see. Oh, that's crap, Liz. Yeah, customer service is just legendarily bad, isn't it? Okay. Don't need that. What's the time? I have no idea. Oh God. I'm going to stop now, guys. I do appreciate you watching, even though I spent most of the start of it being salty about the game. But I'm really enjoying it. I think I just encountered a couple of areas that are well known for people just standing around doing the stuff. Yeah, doing what they do, basically. What day is it tomorrow? Wednesday. If I play some EverQuest tomorrow, I'll stream that. I think. If I'll see how I get on today with this. I don't want to. I can't. When I started this game, I can't. Oops, sorry. One of the things I didn't want to do was then start that skipping around MMOs again. So I kind of wanted to, you know, crack this out, get my stuff done in this game before I started doing some other stuff. But I might need a break from it. But that's kind of what Pantheon's going for, though, isn't it? Like non-instanced. It's funny. It's funny listening to not just them, but listening to. I remember years ago. When I say years ago, I'm talking about decades ago. When I would hear people talking about D&D, when I used to play D&D and people talking about D&D, people have a very, when you're creating something, you've got a very idealised way of how you think it should play. And when I've heard them talking about Pantheon and how dungeons are going to work, yeah, there'll be a group here putting this, there'll be a group here doing that. They'll all be chatting and getting on and all that kind of stuff. And that's not how it's going to be at all. So, yeah, I think now we kind of know what the game's going to be. It's not going to be EverQuest. I think that's kind of the one concern I've got is how they deal with customer service stuff. How if there's a big if there's a big influx of players when the game comes out, how they're going to deal with that issue. Because it'll be bigger than this game. You know, this game's got instance dungeons. Yeah, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see. As I said, it would cost a crap ton of money to manage it, or maybe they won't manage it. Maybe they'll just say, "You get on with it." You know, it's down to the players to manage themselves. That'd be good. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, even the salty parts. And yeah, I might come back tomorrow.